You know you're in a cult if you believe you are what your imagination says you are. Delusional, characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary, typically as a symptom of a mental condition. You believe obedience is strength. You believe bravery is dangerous. You believe victimizing yourself is powerful. You believe self-responsibility is someone else's responsibility. You believe reality isn't real. Delusional, characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary, typically as a symptom of a mental condition. You believe giving a baby a death sentence out of convenience perfectly fine, believing there's a mythical right somewhere in the Constitution. Delusional, characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary, typically as a symptom of a mental condition. Putting a convicted murderer to death after a trial and conviction, just too much. We'll use the euphemism fetus to hide the fact that it's a baby. Fetus, noun, an offspring of a human or other mammal in the stages of prenatal development that follow the embryo stage. You will utter the words over and over, follow the science, all while ignoring science. Thanks to Jamie Lee Curtis, who didn't know how many Oscars she'd won, they them can't count. You will riot and protest to take a real black woman off a syrup bottle and a Quaker off a box of oats named Quaker Oats, only to put a fake white woman on a beer can, all while saying, I can't believe they're so upset over a beer can. Bud Light parent Anheuser-Busch's stock has lost $27 billion over Dylan Mulvaney. You will call it bias that someone writes down the stupid shit you do after 3 times. If you get triggered because someone doesn't think you're special because you were born into one of the CRT-approved victim groups, they believe deeds and personal responsibility warrant pride. Someone has to explain to you things you can be proud of. I served my country for 23 years, retired, wrote a couple books, raised 4 kids, can keep my sex life to myself, and graduated college with a 3.9 GPA. So what are you proud of? Loony leftist. Well, I gobble cock or eat the veg and tell kids about it.
You sick freak!
We'll call someone a bigot because they don't bow down to the alphabet mafia. Maybe that's why you tell kids. Kids might be impressed. Loony leftist. Why can't you just leave us alone? Well, you're grooming and sterilizing children and cheating women, so never tell anyone anything they're proud of. Will just be triggered that people don't bow down to the alphabet mafia. Will insult someone's accomplishments when CRT is all you have. Lost your shit over To Kill a Mockingbird in Huckleberry Finn, but are screaming about banning books with oral sex and masturbation in school libraries. Will add 666 to your username on your social media profile just to try and shock people, unlike the other 1,000 people that have 666 on their username profile. What's hilarious, you're the ones who always bring religion into any discussion about grooming kids. Will lie, even with irrefutable evidence. Being so filled with hate, you will groom, mutilate, and murder your own children, all while calling your opposition fascists. Believe that out of 7 billion people on the planet, white, straight males are somehow oppressing everyone else. Will lose your shit when someone points out that you're not oppressed, you're just stupid. Will call Republicans racist while thousands of young black men die in Chicago and New Orleans who haven't elected a Republican mayor since 1870 and 1932, respectively. Will refer to a biology book as right-wing propaganda. Will lose your shit if someone actually uses proper English instead of your made-up pronouns. You will use a stupid emoji or meme when confronted with common sense and facts. You've been normalizing mental illness for decades, but you believe it's a gun problem, not a mental health problem. Run around screaming, "That wasn't real socialism!" When you can't counter my copy and paste, you'll just use the words copy and paste over and over. Will set fire to someone's business while calling them a fascist. Are the same people who say you can't indoctrinate kids to be gay with a book or a drag show, but continually accuse the church of doing that very thing, although religion isn't taught in schools and you're not forced to go to church. When someone is simply talking science and common sense, you will try to bring religion into it. Well, you know, the church. Well, then don't go to church. It's not against the law. Not going to school is. Will use unrelated behavior to justify their sick grooming behavior. Will call someone triggered while insulting them because you're triggered. Triggered. Cause to feel an intense and unusually negative emotional reaction. You will scream January 6th while setting fire to someone's business. You resort to insults as you can't handle the truth. Delusional, characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary, typically as a symptom of a mental condition. Patients with schizophrenia may show dysfunctional impulsivity and impulsive aggression. We're not grooming kids! Will lose your shit when someone calls you woke, and to prove you're not, you do the things on this list over and over and over. Will accuse your opposition of that which you are guilty. You think wearing a mask to hide your face in your profile picture doesn't make you look stupid at all. Will call someone a racist for telling you not to burn down shit, because the loony left likes to burn shit down. Will call science hate speech. It will not occur to you that if people can simply copy and paste their counter arguments, you might be programmed, you know, like in a cult. Will call someone of color or someone married to someone of color a bigot. Consider chemically castrating a pedophile horrible and inhumane, but chemically castrating a child just dandy. You believe Joe Biden is a good president and isn't corrupt at all, when any other topic in this list besides politics is mentioned, you bring up Trump.